Nimesh, but blocks, right? That is back and how, and it's going to come back even more
back
forcefully.
And how. Okay, so already we've seen, Prashant, blocks worth 5,000 crores in just last 1 week. Okay, today I'll just run through quickly the deals of this week. Today we saw a large block of 4% in NetWeb Technologies. Promoters sold 4% and they've raised close to 450 crores. PNB Housing was a large block where Carlyle sold 13% of their 32% stake in PNB Housing, and they rose close to 2650 crore. The other small block was Root Mobile. Promoter sold 2%. But the other large block was RBL Bank, where again the private equity investors sold the entire almost 8% stake in RBL Bank, and they rose close to 1,080 crores. The other interesting block was Shobha Developers, where the Godrej family sold out almost 5% stake, and they raised close to 850 crores. So, while these are all reported deals which got done in this 1 week, I'm just going to run through some potential deals which can come very soon. And this again, what I've picked up from investment bankers and from sources, these are the few names where potentially large blocks can come. The first big block to watch would be Interglobe Aviation. We all know that the Ganwan family has been selling periodically. The 5-month lockup for the Ganwan family ends on, I think, 12th or 13th of August. Now, directly the Ganwals own close to 5.8%, but through the trust, they own another 13.5%. So nearly 19-20% is still left with the Ganwan family to sell in Interglobe Aviation. So that could be a large block. A second block could be Bharti Airtel. There's been a rumor for a very long time now that Singtel is looking to sell a large block. The Airtel results are on 5th. After that, potentially, you could see a large block there as well. The other big mover of this last 10-15 days has been Protein eGovern. A big move on that stock. Some large HNIs have bought as well. But remember, NSE owns close to 20% stake, and potentially they can sell another 15%, is what the sense from the market is. Five Star Finance, Kalyan Jewellers. Again, these are all where private equity are holders, and they could be potential sellers there. IEX could be an interesting name, right? I mean, for a long time, the Almia Group has been owning close to 14.9% stake, and potentially they could also sell, given the fact that even IEX is rallied off late. Aptus Value Health, K Fintech, again, these are some large names, but the last few names would be interesting. Novama Wealth is an interesting name to watch out for. I understand Edelweiss lockup period ends in September, so after that, they could be potential sellers in Novama as well. And the big one is going to be Zomato, which has spoken the Deal Street Charter as well. Saw a big move in today's market, but again, Ant Investor is been a potential seller there. It could be a clean out trade. And again, it's largely owned by institutions, right? So there could be further large blocks in Zomato as well. So these are the few names where potentially large blocks can come. But the fact that the earnings season is coming to an end, it's very obvious that the August month is going to be quite hectic, and you'll potentially see very large blocks in the names that I mentioned earlier.
And is this a lot of the money going to come back, Nimesh, as we've discussed in the past, right? I mean, people sell, but that money then
exactly. So again,
gets right back
if the
here.
promoter is selling, then he will sell, and they will put money into his family office, and that money comes back into the equity market. So
and of course, I mean, if it's an investor, then either it goes back to the LP or it comes back, right?
Correct. But again, I think in a way it's good, right? I mean, I got some feedback that look at this way, that because there's so much of liquidity in the system, this kind of supply of paper will just absorb a bit of liquidity. So the overall market exuberance may just taper down a bit. So in a way, a lot of investors are happy as well that this supply of paper is coming in. I guess we should ask Ashwini. Ashwini, what's your view? You spoke about large block deals consuming a bit of liquidity. I just read out some large names there.